You ever look at someone, maybe at a cafe, maybe scrolling past their photo online, and think, God, their life must be so much easier. Their smile looks lighter. Their mornings probably start with birdsong instead of existential dread. Meanwhile, you're over here, negotiating with your alarm clock like it's a hostage situation. But what if none of that's true? What if the simplicity you see in others is just a mirror of your own exhaustion? A trick your brain plays to make your mess feel special. Here's why we imagine strangers have simpler lives than ours, and what that illusion is really hiding. Picture this. You're on a train. Across from you, there's a woman quietly reading a book. No phone, no frown, no chaos leaking from her eyes, just peace, or so it seems. And your brain whispers, she's probably got it all figured out. But the truth, she might be mentally rewriting an argument from 3 days ago, or wondering if she left the stove on, or, and this one's fun, debating the existential weight of owning a slow cooker. It's comforting, isn't it? To believe that somewhere out there, someone's doing it right. That the world isn't just a collection of people pretending to be okay, as the old saying might have gone, if it existed. Every calm face hides at least one storm cloud, and yet we can't stop romanticizing the lives of others. Even the random stranger on the street looks like they belong in a cleaner version of reality. So why do we do this? Why do we imagine that other people's stories are less complicated than ours? There's actually a name for this. Psychologists call it the empathy gap. In simple terms, we know our own chaos in high definition, but we only see other people's in low resolution. Back in 2018, a study at the University of Chicago found that people consistently underestimate how complex other people's emotions are. When asked to describe their own inner life, participants used about twice as many words as when describing others. In other words, we narrate our lives in paragraphs, but everyone else is in headlines. So why does the brain do that? Because it's efficient, it saves mental energy. You can't fully simulate everyone else's life. Your brain would fry like an overworked server. But there's something deeper too. We want to believe other people have simpler lives, because if they don't, then mayhem isn't unique to us. Then we're not special in our suffering, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, isn't it? We tell ourselves stories. They probably sleep better. They probably don't overthink every text. They probably have a job they actually like. But all we're really saying is, I wish I believed my life was enough. So let's ask it straight. Do we envy other people's peace, or do we just mistrust our own? Here's the twist. When you imagine someone else's life as simpler, you're not seeing them. You're seeing a reflection of what you crave. That stranger's calmness isn't real. It's a projection of your longing for calm. It's like when you're underwater and you see the surface above. The way light bends, the illusion of clarity, the desperate thought, if I could just get up there, I could finally breathe. But when you reach it, it's just air. The same air everyone else is gasping for. We forget that everyone's fighting invisible battles. Some people just do it quietly. Some people do it stylishly. And some, the ones we envy most, have simply learned how to suffer gracefully. Our minds are like bad directors, always cutting the messy scenes from other people's movies while replaying our own bloopers in slow motion. And so we keep scrolling, watching, imagining, turning strangers into symbols of what we think we're missing. But maybe the simplicity we admire isn't out there at all. Maybe it's something we've been refusing to give ourselves. Next time you catch yourself thinking someone else's life looks easier, pause. You're not wrong to wonder. You're just looking through a foggy window, comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Everyone's story has noise. Everyone's peace is paid for. Even the people who look like they're floating, they're treading water too. Maybe the goal isn't to have a simpler life. Maybe it's to stop assuming simplicity means happiness. Because real peace isn't found in what looks easy, it's found in what feels honest. So ask yourself, if you could trade lives with that stranger for a day, would you? Or do you secretly know their calm might just be a better disguise for the same storm you already live in? Maybe that's the secret. Nobody's life is simpler. Some people have just learned to carry the noise more quietly.